Good afternoon, one and all. We are once again here. It is me, Ted, the Speed Learner, and I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about negative slopes. This is part 4. And what we have here is we have two lines. This one is a positive slope. This one's a negative slope. Okay? Now, in my last video, I was talking to you about an equation that I found in this book called Calculus: An Intuitive and Physical Approach by Morris Klein. And what he said was, and this is in chapter 3 in case you're all wanting to look it up, tangent A equals tangent of 180 minus B, which equals the negative tangent B. Now, I asked Dr. Math about this, and he gave a very complicated answer. The answer was right, it was just very complicated, so I'm going to try to break it down for you people so that you'll better understand what he was trying to say. Now, tangents possess two key properties. The first one is called symmetry. Okay? Now, symmetry is like a mirror. Okay? You're looking at yourself, but in a negative way. In other words, this is my left hand and this is my right hand. But if I was a mirror reflection, this would be my right hand and this would be my left hand. Okay? See, when I'm holding my hands up, this is my left and this is my right. But if I were to look in the mirror reflection would say, this is my right and this is my left. Get the picture? I hope so. Anyway, the first property that tangents hold is symmetry. Let's get into this. Let's say we had on the x-axis, these are the axes, okay? You have the x-axis and you have the y-axis. Let's say these points are like 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the x-axis. Well, over here you have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the x-axis. It's just that these are negative and these are positive. That's the only difference. Okay? So they're the same numbers, they just happen to be on different sides. Just like I was saying. If I was looking at myself in the mirror, I hold up my hands and say, this is my left hand and this is my right hand. But if I was my mirror reflection, I would say, this is my left hand and this is my right hand. Same hands, except that I'm doing the reverse of what I would be doing as the real person instead of the mirror reflection. Hopefully I didn't get you too badly confused. Alright, let's take a look at tangents, shall we? The tangent of 88 degrees is 28.64. But look at this, the tangent of 92 degrees is also 28.64. It just happens that this one's negative and this one's positive. Okay? 89, same way. 89 is 57.29. 91 is also 57.29. It just so happens that this is negative and this is positive. Okay. Now, we also have something called a periodic function. Here it is. Now, think of periodic functions like ocean waves. Let's say you take a rock and you chuck it into the water. It starts creating a ripple effect. And those waves go up and down and up and down. This is like an ocean wave across here. Now, I know ocean waves aren't perfect, but there are perfect waves. Sound waves, light waves, you name it. There are waves that actually are perfect. And so, that's what you're drawing here. Now, here's the interesting thing. When you shoot a cannonball up in the air, it's going to reach a certain point and it's going to come back down. Alright? And if you were to shoot up in the air again, it would have a repeating pattern. And that's what a periodic function is. It's a repeating pattern. At a certain point, the pattern repeats. Let me show you how that works. The tangent of 10 degrees is 0.18. The tangent of 190 degrees is also 0.18. And you can check this out for yourself. Now, if anybody wants me to create a full 360-degree tangent chart, let me know, and I will have you send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, and I will mail you a full 360-degree tangent function chart so you can see for yourself all these patterns. You'll see the symmetry, and you'll also see the periodic functions. This is how we get this. Tangent A really is negative tangent B because you're going to subtract from 180 degrees the number of degrees in B, and whatever you have left will become tangent A. Okay? And that ends up being negative tangent B. And if you don't believe me, like I said, if you want a full 360 degree tangent chart, you're going to have to send me a self-addressed stamped envelope. You'll have to let me know that you want it, and you'll send it to me, and I will mail you a full 360 degree tangent chart. Okay. I hope you now understand what was being talked about in Chapter 3 of that calculus book. And I will definitely present more material to you. I know I was getting ready to present radians. I would like to discuss that in a separate video because I've already overwhelmed you with periodic functions and symmetry, and I don't want to overwhelm you further. So I will do a separate video about radians and tell you about that, and then we'll continue our discussion from there. You've learned quite a bit today, and hopefully you will take that knowledge to your classroom and do your arithmetic or whatever. Remember, symmetry is like a mirror. It's a mirror reflection of yourself. Periodic functions are like ocean waves. They repeat. Okay? Tangents possess both periodic functions and symmetry. And therefore, you end up with a repeating pattern, so tangent A can actually equal negative tangent B. You can actually reverse the sign on tangent B and make it into tangent A. Wow, you've learned a lot today. Alright, if you are still confused about any of this, let me know. I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.